and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to our 50th anniversary gala. I'm Callie Boatwright, President and CEO of the Greater North Fulton Chamber, and I'm here to tell you that you guys look amazing. I mean, everybody dressed up. Thank you for that. I am so grateful for each of you being here tonight to celebrate this significant moment in our history. And as such, I thought I'd start our evening with a little story. My parents moved into the house that I grew up in just before I was born. They built the house from the ground up in a neighborhood of brand new construction, which meant that for the first few years, there were tons of people moving into the area and other families added to the neighborhood. Eventually, this filled our street, giving us the beginning of a true sense of community. Most of these families, of course, had children about the same age as my brother and I. And so we all naturally began playing with one another. Then when I was 6, I have a distinct memory of gathering all the kids on the street together and convincing them that we should perform a series of plays in our garage and invite our parents to watch our shows. Those of you who know me in this room will not be surprised in the least that this happened. It was actually a really fun diversion from the usual basketball games that gathered at the hoop right outside of our house, especially for the only girl on the street. So with everyone on board, we got to work organizing our very first production. That means we assigned our parts, we rehearsed our lines, which, to be honest, was really mostly just ad-libbing, and we tried our best to create fun designs for the set, fun costumes, whatever we could find around our house. Then, when we were ready for our first show, we went and invited our parents to come and see us perform. Now, they had to bring their own chairs, and we may or may not have charged them for VIP tickets, which were probably 10 cents, right, at that time. So we had them line up their chairs in our driveway and await with great excitement, I'm sure, our very first performance. So when it was time to raise the curtain, we literally lifted the garage doors and we shared our work. And let me tell you, it was magical. After the show was over, we gathered for our makeshift curtain call in front of our audience. We enjoyed the applause of our parents, and of course, the simultaneous feelings of both relief and pride that we had actually pulled it off together. It was a moment that I still remember today, 50 years later, because it was one of the first times in my young life that I realized what it felt like to be a small part in shaping a community. In creating and in working toward a shared vision, purpose, and an opportunity to unite people and gather them together in a powerful way. Of course, plays were not the only things that were important in 1973. There were plenty of other things going on then. So I'm going to take a moment to quickly jog our collective memories and cover some of those items. That same year, in 1973, the average cost of a new home was $32,000. For our realtors in the room, really? The average annual income was just under $13,000 a year. The U.S. had just ended its involvement in the Vietnam War after signing the Paris Peace Accords. And for those of you, my Milton friends, who are horse racing fans, Secretariat became the first horse since citation in 1948 to win the Triple Crown. And believe it or not, gas was only 40 cents a gallon. right? In Georgia, that very same year, Jimmy Carter was governor, and the Atlanta airport was only 2 years into providing international flights, which is kind of unbelievable today since it's one of the busiest international airports in the world. Also, in 1973, the great southeastern snowstorm hit Georgia, which you may remember was the greatest in recorded history for the Southeast. And the Peach Bowl was only in its 6th year of existence. Just for everybody in the room's sake, the Georgia Bulldogs did compete for the first time ever, and they were victorious over the Maryland Terrapins, 17-16. I figured there might be a couple of those. All right. In that year, we were still about 5 years away, Collie, from MARTA beginning its operations, and nearly 20 years away from our own Georgia 400 being open to traffic. And Johns Creek, Sandy Springs, and Milton were not yet even cities. In that same year, in the midst of all that was happening and all that was yet to come, a small group of business leaders came together to create the Greater North Fulton Chamber of Commerce. Because they saw, that's right, because that group saw the potential for what this region could become. In the decades ahead, they also had the vision to invest in our community to make sure we were positioned to grow and to flourish. A few of you sitting in this room were part of that history and our legacy from the beginning. You were here with us in the years right after we opened our doors and began serving our local business community. Some of you in this room came alongside us in the years and the decades to come and have been an instrumental part of building and influencing, expanding our reach as we launched our new programs and expanded into new areas of work throughout the region. And still others of you have just recently joined us, but have jumped in with a strong sense of both community and purpose and an eye for what's ahead. You are the next generation, the ones who will carry our legacy forward into the future. We're so excited that all of you are here. Now, back to story time with Callie. That 6-year-old girl who got her first taste back in 1973 of what it looked like to build and shape a community is now absolutely over the moon that I get to be here with you tonight, 50 years later. As I look across this room and think of everyone and everything that brought us to this moment in time, I am struck by how this is the very picture of what it looks like when that happens, when people come together with a shared vision and purpose. This Golden Gala tonight is unlike any other gala we've had. We are not here tonight to simply celebrate the past year's success. We are here to mark 50 years of growth, influence, and transformation across our region. Each of you, that's right. Each of you is part of that. And so in a sense, we are celebrating you tonight as we celebrate the Chamber's 50th anniversary. My invitation to each of you throughout this amazing evening is to think of tonight as your own curtain call, celebrating our first 50 years, from breaking bread together, to honoring our award winners, to our champagne toast, and to the after party dancing the night away. I encourage you to laugh, to reflect, to share your stories with each other. And remember, together, all of the small moments along the way that brought us to this point in time. And at the same time, don't forget to join with us in getting excited for what the next 50 years are going to look like. Now, I want to take a moment to introduce and recognize our sponsors for tonight's Golden Gala, because they are truly an essential part of building this community. Northside has been our presenting sponsor for more than a decade, and we are deeply grateful for the ways they continue to invest in both the Chamber and in our region. It's my pleasure to welcome Frida Hardage, Community Liaison with Northside Hospital and a former chairman of this board, to our stage to share a few words. Frida?
It's our pleasure to be a sponsor of this chamber. And as I look around the room, some of us have been here longer than others, okay? But we're all here, and we look forward to moving the chamber and continuing to look at what lies ahead for North Fulton. In 2021, Northside celebrated our 50th anniversary. And that was a big deal for us because 50 years ago, there was one hospital in Sandy Springs. And today we have 5 acute care hospitals located in 4 counties, 250 outpatient locations, 24,000 employees, and we serviced more than 5 million patients last year. And so we take pride in being a part of our community. We take a pride in being a part of this event tonight. And we look forward to what the next 50 years holds for us as well. So congratulations to everyone in the room, and let's enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Frida. And thank you again to Northside Hospital. We are so grateful for your continued support of both the Chamber and of our community. And now I'd like to recognize our platinum sponsors. They are Bank of America, Gwinnett Technical College, and Wellstar Health System. And our gold sponsor, Georgia Power. We are grateful for the support of nearly 60 sponsors who you have seen on our event screens tonight, from our silver and bronze sponsors to our bundt cake and anniversary sponsors. Thanks to all of you. You are a shining example of what it looks like when you invest in your community, and you have made this incredible night and celebration possible. We appreciate all of you greatly. And now, before our dinner is served, I would like to invite Jim Teal, our Chamber's Chair-elect and Regional Vice President for Goodwin Mills Kaywood, to lead us in our invocation. Jim?
With me for a moment of prayer or quiet reflection, as you would. Father, we have so many reasons to be thankful. We thank you for the opportunity to live in this great country, this state of Georgia, and specifically for us, this incredible community of North Fulton. We are blessed. Father, tonight, we're grateful for all of those who have served our community and chamber for the last 50 years. We lift them up in gratitude. Father, as we move forward in this year and in years to come, we ask that you continue to guide our path and give us wisdom and discernment as we lead our community and this chamber impacts the people that it serves. Finally, we are so grateful for the many that have prepared the food tonight, and we ask a special blessing over our meal, conversation, and the relationships that will be strengthened tonight. We are so blessed, so grateful. It is in your name we pray. Amen.
I hope everyone's having a good time tonight. It was an honor to serve as your chairman of the board in 2022. And I want to thank all of you for your support and the opportunity to lead this organization. It was an incredible year, and I'd like to share a few highlights with you. Just over a year ago, the Greater North Fulton Chamber was nationally recognized by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce with a 5-star accreditation. This accomplishment places this chamber among an elite group of less than 1% of chambers across the nation. On top of that, a few months ago, the Georgia Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives also awarded us the prestigious Georgia Certified Chamber, adding to the chamber's recognitions for excellence. But this is not the end of all of our accomplishments last year. Over the past 12 months, we have seen a 30% increase in our Chairman Circle members, and we welcomed over 300 new chamber members. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention one of our most visible milestones. For us, it was moving into 10,000 Avalon, a great meeting space where our members can conduct business and fellowship. And to see this come through as our fruition, it will allow our team to serve our members better. Now, as tonight marks the end of my chairmanship, there's some people I'd like to thank. This phenomenal community welcomed me with open arms. You allowed me to show my talent, my skills, and of course, my charming Denzel Washington-like good looks. First, I'd like to thank the past and present board members for your dedication and commitment to the chamber. And our former presidents, Brandon Beach, Karen Handel. I truly stand on the shoulders of giants who helped build this community. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to lead. I also want to thank Callie and this fantastic chamber staff. They do so much. They do so much behind the scenes to make events like this incredible. You truly made this an easy year for me. I'd like to thank my employer, Truist Bank, for allowing me to pursue this endeavor. However, they did make sure that they told me, hey, you still got to make your goals. So, they didn't give me too much of a break. And finally, I want to thank my rock, my partner in life for 26 years, my wife, Nicole, and I know she's a little embarrassed. Stand up, baby. Thank you for encouraging me and supporting me. Now, as I leave, I want to challenge everyone here tonight. For the sake of our children and this country, we must restore civility to public discourse. I don't have to agree with you, but I have a duty to respect you and respect your opinion. Over the last year, I had the opportunity to get to know a lot of you that I didn't know. And a couple of folks, we had some very heated debates, but we still remained friends because we realized that we had more things that drew us together than pulled us apart. We must still love thy neighbor as thyself. There's a famous quote, seek first to understand, to be understood. And my challenge for all you here Over the next 3 to 6 months, I challenge you to meet with someone that doesn't look like you or may not pray the same way as you, but take them to lunch, breakfast, drinks after work, and get to know them. Have a good dialogue. And I think what you'll find, you'll learn a lot about them and their background, but you also may learn something about yourself. So it has been an honor and a privilege to serve this chamber. And now it is my pleasure to introduce my successor, our 2023 chairman of the board, and also the market executive and senior vice president for Make of America, Ms. Danielle Chung.
Thank you. First, I want to say, do we know how to throw a party or what? All right. But James, like I said, you can't sit down yet, because as my first order of business, I want to recognize you for your service as chairman in 2022. Woo! James, we will be forever grateful for all of your hard work, leadership, and dedication to the mission and future that you brought to the chamber and this board. Since you've given up the organization's official gavel, we would like to present you with this crystal gavel as a symbol of appreciation of all that you have accomplished under your leadership in 2022. It's heavy. It's heavy. Congratulations again, James. It's also my pleasure to recognize and show appreciation for our 2022 Board of Directors, the group who led the chamber in service to our community over this past year. We are also delighted to add several new board members to our board as we kick off 2023. All of our board members serve 3-year terms, and we are grateful for the energy, excitement, and vision that you bring for the year ahead. So if you are one of our 2022 existing board members or one of our new 2023 board members, I would love you all to stand so we could recognize you. Where are you? Come on, get up. Woo! Thank you so much for all you do. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the history and the legacy that we have in this room. And as Jane mentioned, we have 2 former chamber presidents with us, Brandon Beach and Karen Handel. If you would stand. And I would also like to ask any current or former staff members of the chamber to stand at this moment and allow us to recognize you all together. Woo! All of you have been an instrumental part of our organization, and we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for your leadership, hard work, and dedication, so thank you. We also have several former board chairmen and board members in the room with us tonight who have carried our organization forward over the past several decades. If you are a former chairman, I'd ask you to first please stand up. And if you are a former board member, could you also stand up so we can recognize you? I also want to express gratitude for all of the elected officials in the room. The Chamber is grateful for the strong relationships that we have built with our elected leaders over the years, and we look forward to continuing to work in partnership with you to make our region great. So would all of our elected officials please stand up so we can show our appreciation for your hard work and service. I am honored to be a member of the Chairman's Circle through Bank of America, and I am glad to see that it has grown to become such a vital part of our chamber. Once again this year, we are proud to have a record number of Chairman's Circle members, and I would ask that all of our Chairman's Circle members please stand as a group and be recognized for your commitment and investment in the chamber. So please stand. Come on. I know there's more of you out there. Come on. I am absolutely honored to serve as your chamber chairman for 2023. So as I step into this role, I would like to share a quick snapshot of what's ahead for us, not just in the next 12 months, but beyond. So this past year as chair-elect of the board, I had no idea that my job was going to be to lead the organization through the strategic planning process. So when Callie called me and told me this, I said, why, of course, Callie, as most of us do when Callie calls us. So it was a year-long process that involved an organization-wide survey, focus groups with our board and committee members, individual meetings with the mayors of each of our cities, and a lot of research into best-in-class practices of award-winning chambers across the globe. The result is a 3-year strategic plan that we are incredibly proud of, and it was approved by our board unanimously this past December. The new strategic plan outlines a refreshed path forward for the chamber in the coming years, anchored by 3 pillars of focus. So first, business growth and expansion. Second, talent and leadership cultivation. And then third, member growth and engagement. And while we're not going into the details tonight, you're welcome, as they wouldn't make the most engaging 50th anniversary gala dinner conversation, you will be hearing about it in the coming weeks and all throughout the year as we celebrate our 50th anniversary. So stay tuned and get excited with us for all that's ahead for our chamber and our region. All right, and now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the North Fulton Chamber Community Awards. These awards are a way for us to recognize and express our collective appreciation for leaders who are truly shaping and influencing our region. We are proud to have 3 awards to present tonight. Our first award this evening is the Zach Henderson Citizen of the Year Award. Each year, this award is given to honor an individual who has demonstrated outstanding service to our community over the past year through their time, actions, talents, and leadership. This award was created to honor the founding father of the Greater North Fulton Chamber, Zach Henderson. It is my pleasure to honor Dr. Mike Looney, Superintendent for the Fulton County School District, as this year's award winner. So, in the middle of his first year on the job, Dr. Looney became the first school leader in the state to be faced with reacting to the unknown, a confirmed positive case of COVID-19. He immediately jumped into action, calling upon 28 years as an educator, 15 years as a school superintendent, and as a retired Marine, father, and community leader to guide the district through 2 years of COVID protocols and safety measures, all while maintaining a focus on the education of our students. Despite the pandemic, his goals have remained consistent. He continued to focus on a set of key priorities, including dropout prevention, literacy, the development of the Bridge to Success plan, and safety. In the wake of tragic events at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas, Dr. Looney understood the impact to all schools, wearing green high-top sneakers in remembrance of one of the victims. He has been taking steps to increase security, personnel, technology, training, and awareness. Dr. Looney currently serves as a member of the Governor's Advisory Board, the Board of Directors for the Development Authority of Fulton County, the Board of Directors of the Greater North Fulton Chamber, and is a member at North Point Community Church. And as a parent of a student in Fulton County, I want to thank you, Dr. Looney, for all you do every day for our students. So please join me in congratulating our Citizen of the Year, Dr. Mike Looney.
I don't deserve that award. The students, the teachers, the parents, the people that grind it out every single day in the classrooms here in Fulton County deserve the award. So I'm glad to accept it on their behalf. You know, I have the easiest job in the country. Everybody always comes to consensus on everything related to public education. And I have the privilege of serving 90,000 plus students and their families right here in Fulton County, which I believe is the best place to work, live, raise a family, and play. When I made the decision to come to Fulton County, to be honest with you, it wasn't easy. You see, the Board of Education here spent 8 hours straight in their second interview with me. And I didn't even get a bathroom break. But what made me so resolute that this was the right place for me was the motto that the school district had and has today: a place where students come first. And I truly believe that every single person in this room plays a part in making Fulton County Schools a place where students come first. And that's hard work, because we as adults sometimes have some selfish proclivities. And to do what's best for students sometimes means that we have to make sacrifices about things that are comfortable and normal and practical to us. In fact, I said that I have the best job in America because I work for the Fantastic Eight. You've heard of the Fantastic Four before, right? Well, I have 8 strong, smart, committed, independent women that I work for. 7 of them are on the school board. Board members, please stand to be recognized, former or present, doesn't matter. Thank you for your service. And then, of course, the 8th person is my beautiful wife, Jen. Jen, if you'll stand to be recognized. I don't know if there's any medical professionals in the room, but with 8 women, I may need some testosterone supplements. No, seriously, Fulton County Schools is on the precipice of greatness. We've been focusing on a lot of important initiatives, but at the end of the day, there are 3 main things that I want you to remember from tonight. We're focused on making sure that our curriculum is rigorous. School is not necessarily supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be challenging. We learn from our mistakes and from failure. And as a result of that, we have to challenge every single student where they are at their current place in life. So school has to be rigorous. It also has to be relevant. For too long, public schools and private schools in this country have taught students in columns and rows, in textbooks, and we have not related school to real life. We have to connect the dots for students, and we're focused on that here in Fulton County Schools through our career tech education pathways. And then finally, every single one of us understands that, and it's not cliche. I am not a teacher. I'm not a leader. I am a relationship builder. Our work is about relationships. Our community success depends on the relationships that we form and build to bond and connect our community together. I want to leave you with this because I have a 90-minute speech, but I've been told I have to cut it to 2. This is a fabulous event, and I will tell you, Callie, some of these people shine up pretty nicely. You really look great. I want to leave you with a test. You ready? Think about your right hand. Raise it. Now, if you don't pass this test, you're not having enough fun yet. Make a circle and put it on your chin. All right. I said chin. Don't worry, we have remediation classes after this event. Have a great time. Thank you so much for this award.
All right, our next award tonight is the Pioneer Award, which is presented to an individual who blazed a new trail, preparing the way for others to follow. The awards committee has chosen to present the Pioneer Award to a recipient who fits the description perfectly, Mr. Bob Regas. Bob served as city administrator of Alpharetta from 1999 until his retirement in August of 2022. With Bob at the helm, Alpharetta grew and evolved from a small bedroom community to a thriving and exciting city that is recognized as one of the best cities in Georgia and in the United States. Under Bob's leadership, the city of Alpharetta revitalized its downtown and created the fiber infrastructure that forged an identity as the technology city of the South, became one of Georgia's most affluent and prosperous communities, adding amenities such as the 12,000-seat Amerisbank Amphitheater, expanded its park and trail systems, including the Greenway and the Alpha Loop, and became a major employment center and home to more than 5,800 businesses. Bob was instrumental in creation of the North Fulton Community Improvement District and also the public-private partnership that led to the Alpharetta Conference Center at the Hotel at Avalon, where we celebrate tonight. Bob also fostered mutually beneficial working relationships between Alpharetta and the private sector, surrounding cities, the state of Georgia, and Fulton County, where he worked previously as county manager. He served on our chamber board for many years and also served on the board of the Alpharetta Convention and Visitors Bureau for 23 years. Please join me in congratulating our Pioneer Award winner, Bob Regas.
To God be the glory. If for 47 years in public service, and of course the last 23 with the city of Alpharetta, thank you to my family. They have sacrificed a lot in those 47 years. They've given up a lot of their time to serve also alongside me, especially to my wife, Kelly, who encourages me every day to seek first his kingdom and his righteousness. Then I would like to thank the mayor and the council. You've always approved all my contracts. We never take that for granted in my business, and they're always a unanimous vote, and I appreciate that. And you let me recruit some really good people and bring them to the city. And you gave me just a great opportunity to do the things that we have done together. The real unsung heroes, though, are the employees of the city and the governments here, and they make us all look really, really good. And without them, I would not have ever had the opportunity to be instrumental in this building or the other things that I get this award. So really thanks to all of them for this. Thank you.
which is presented to the North Fulton leader who has over time exhibited outstanding service in every aspect of giving to our community. The awards committee considered business and community leadership, professional and civic contributions, current accomplishments, and a history of service. This year's recipient has been an instrumental force in the evolution and growth of Metro Atlanta and North Fulton, Mr. Kerry Armstrong. Kerry has served on the Atlanta Regional Commission since 2008 and is currently serving his 5th term as the ARC board chairman. During his tenure on the ARC board, he served on numerous commissions, committees, and as co-chair of the Atlanta Regional Workforce Development Board. He has been at the forefront of shaping now our region's collaborates and partners together, and has been a strong and influential voice in ensuring the smart, equitable, and sustainability growth of the Metro Atlanta region. During the past 2 decades of our exponential growth, and as a managing director with Postman Land Real Estate, Kerry has been involved in the development and management of commercial real estate investments across the region, including North Winds and North Winds Summit. He joined Postman Land in 2012, and his commercial real estate career spans more than 3 decades. Think about the growth that happened in that time frame. Kerry is also actively involved in numerous civic, educational, and charitable organizations. He serves on the state of Georgia's Partnership for Public Facilities and Infrastructure Act Guidelines Committee, the state of Georgia's Public-Private Partnership Guidelines Committee, and the Atlanta Urban Area Security Initiative. He has served as a former chairman of the North Fulton Community Improvement District, board member of the Greater North Fulton Chamber, board member of the past chair of the Council for Quality Growth, and board member and past chair of the Gwinnett Chamber. Kerry has also served on the boards of the Gwinnett Medical Center Foundation and many other civic and nonprofit organizations over the years. Simply put, this man has given his life to making sure this community thrives. Kerry's legacy will be felt for decades to come, and I invite you to join me in recognizing our 2023 Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Mr. Kerry Armstrong.
Hi. Thank you, James. Congratulations, Bob and Mike. You guys really deserved your awards. When Callie told me about this a month ago, I was, of course, humbled and truly honored. At the same time, I was genuinely surprised. First of all, aren't I too young for this kind of award? But mostly it felt kind of backwards. Metro Atlanta, and particularly this part of it, has enriched my life with opportunity, amazing experiences, and wonderful, lasting friendships. Why should I get an award for being the beneficiary of all of that? My little family is here with me tonight. Wendy, the amazing Mrs. Armstrong, over here, our incredible daughter Jenny, and her terrific husband Ben. When it's all said and done, if there is a list of achievements attached to my life, I know there'll be at least 2. I married her, and we had her. So I guess I'm qualified for a Lifetime Achievement Award. Just not sure I've earned it yet. For now, though, I'll accept it graciously and humbly with heartfelt thanks. Thanks to some truly great people in a truly great part of the world. Thank you all very much.
Recognize and express my deep appreciation to my current chamber team who pulled together and made tonight happen. Thanks, team. Now, I want to draw your attention to a last few things before we prepare to officially raise our glass. Hopefully, everyone has some champagne in front of them. All right, then to our kickoff of our after party. First of all, if you have not already taken photographs, I invite you to go and take lots of photos in front of our Step and Repeat, which is on this side. It features our new 50th anniversary logo, which you have seen throughout the room tonight, and we'll be using this logo all year long to celebrate our anniversary. I invite you to celebrate this moment by posting your pictures with the hashtag, because we have to do this, right? Hashtag GNFCC Gala and hashtag GNFCC 50, either one. We also encourage you to check out the 360 photo booth in the back on this side where the lights are coming from. If you have not done this before, you're definitely not going to want to miss this. It's a lot of fun. It's truly an experience to remember, so we appreciate that very much. Unfortunately, folks, our wine pool is sold out. So thank you for supporting this organization. We appreciate very much that you took the time to do that. All right, so we're going to move forward. Just a friendly reminder, because this isn't my first time with this crowd, the bar will remain open until 10 p.m., just saying. So if you have not yet tried our signature cocktail this evening, it's the French 50, right? French 75 has nothing on the French 50. It's excellent, sponsored by Live Nation. And now I'd like to invite both James and Danielle to come back up as our chair in immediate past for our champagne toast. And while they come up, I want to give special thanks to Lighthouse Family Retreat and Swilling Family Law, our champagne toast sponsors. Thank you both for sponsoring, and thank you for celebrating with us. All right, so it's not every day that you get to lead a toast for an organization's 50th anniversary. And while we prepare to lift our glasses, I invite you to savor the moment for a moment by looking around the room and seeing the faces around you. These people have been a huge part of bringing us to this moment in time, and we're here today because all of you. And now I invite you to please stand with your champagne glass for our toast. James and Danielle. All right. To our past and all that we've accomplished, and to our future and all that is ahead. Cheers. Cheers.